Oh my God, we arrived at the same time. That's absolutely crazy. That never happens. We literally arrived at the same time, bud.
I was just...
That sounded bad.
Thank you for downloading our recent episode. For more episodes like this, go to movieguyspodcast.podbean.com for more episodes. Enjoy the show.
My wife and daughter said I needed to watch this movie. I put it on the schedule. You agreed. And I'm glad I put it on the schedule. Today we are talking about The Wild Robot. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I'm excited to talk about this one. I think kids' movies are the one constant that shine through a bit more. Mm-hmm. And this is where I think DreamWorks is really picking up because Disney's dropping the ball.
Yeah, like I said, so I was in the kitchen, right? Getting ready to watch the movie. And I was like, hey, honey, turn on Disney Plus so we can watch Robot. And she goes, it's not on Disney. I was like, what? Seriously? What? I was like, what is it on? Peacock or something? Because nobody likes Peacock. She's like, no, it's on Peacock. It's like, what? Did not know that this was on Peacock. Yeah, like DreamWorks, right? This is a Spielberg company, is it not?
DreamWorks? Yeah, I thought so.
Amblin, DreamWorks?
It feels like these movie studios, like DreamWorks Animations, have switched hands so many different times, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. You know what their first animated film was?
I could probably look it up. What was it?
Ants.
Nice.
Right. They did Ants. They've done Chicken Run. I'm not going to go through all of them. The Shrek franchise, Madagascar. Kung Fu Panda they've done.
It's not only Spielberg, but it's also David Geffen.
Don't know who that is.
You know Geffen? I'm sure if you saw the logo, you would know.
Oh, yeah, the G.
The G.
Okay.
Well, you could probably do that, but yeah, it's like that black background, white ball with the weird G outline and like that. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, like, okay, so their first movie was Ants in '98. I mean, since '98, they've been pretty solid here, right? I mean, there's been some stinkers. You got Turbo. You got Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Captain Underpants. There were some bad ones, right? But there's some good ones. I mean, now they're doing Shrek 5, How to Train Your Dragon, whatever. You know, like, this is solid. So it's a solid resume.
Solid resume.
Solid.
When was Ants made?
Ants was made in 1998, bud.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Yeah, think about that.
Look at this because it says, maybe I'm looking at the wrong list here. Here we go. Yeah, Prince of Egypt. It came out 2 months after. Yeah,
Ants and then Prince of Egypt, right? So,
I loved. And then one of Sarah's favorites, Road El Dorado.
Yeah, she does love that. She also loves Boss Baby, right? Boss Baby's in here too.
Everyone loves Boss Baby.
Everybody does. So DreamWorks is making movies. They're a good competitor. This movie was made for $78 million and grossed $333 million. It made its money back.
Globally. By the way, the Boss Baby was a joke, everyone. I want to save our reputation, what little we have left, and say that we didn't like Boss Baby.
We haven't reviewed it. We don't know.
It's on the list. Bring them all
on
three
the
of
list.
them. Yeah.
I mean, technically, is every movie on the list? Technically?
Technically, sure.
Yeah. So I had no idea what I was getting myself into, right? No idea. Okay. My wife and daughter saw this about a month ago, and my wife told me the whole entire story, right? And she was like, it's so good. And I was like, should I put it on the schedule? She's like, yeah, you got to put it on the schedule, you know? So moved things around, and I watched the movie last night before this recording, and couldn't keep my eyes off of it. I didn't even go up to go pee.
Really?
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was Wild Robot is such a good kids, young adult, stereotypical movie. You know, like it does exactly what it needs to do. It tells a very simple story. It pulls at your heartstrings when it needs to. It hits real life feels, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
There's clearly a lot of parent metaphors in here, right? And we're parents, right? So it hits you in the feels, you know. Got to migrate, let them migrate, you know. It's an amazing, right? You tell the story of, it's the story of the person that is new in school and nobody likes them, and then all of a sudden, they kick the winning field goal and everybody loves them, right? So we have been here, done this before, kind of story.
Yeah, absolutely. It works because of just that formula that you had said. It's got jokes for kids, jokes for adults. It's got situations for kids, situations for adults too. It's got cute characters with big eyes. It's got real characters with a sci-fi appeal.
Yeah.
It's all around a robust movie for all ages.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Like, really did. Don't have a lot of complaints. We were going to talk about it, but I'm sure you are too, maybe, but I'm really more interested in the world that we're in and not the island. Like, we have advanced in society to make the robots that eventually take us over in the Matrix. They look the same from the animated, from the Matrix anime. They kind of look the same. Right?
I'm sure they've taken some liberties there, right?
Right. They kind of look the same. And I'm like, okay, so how far advanced are we? So the wild robot, Roz, as we're going to begin to know her, she was on a ship, right? Her and millions of other robots being shipped from to another country, I'm assuming, right? There was a storm, and her other robot mates get stranded on this island. She's the only one that survives, right?
Yeah, correct.
Castaway style.
Exactly.
Right. Are you interested in the outside world more? Like I am a little bit. Like, what's going on? Because humans don't look good.
Yeah, I of course have questions.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, and I'm happy that they give us a taste without exposing too much about what's happening in the realm of, I guess, the advanced society and not the nature and not the environment here. But the movie's not called Future Robot or City Robot. It's called The Wild Robot. So,
well, I like the fact, as the movie goes on, when we get towards the end of stuff, you have like these mega cities. Like it's like when the geese fly, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing like mega cities like in Judge Dredd, right? You don't see like these big, huge, long cities. You don't see that. They're very modern, very, I don't know, nature-y kind of cities.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So it's
a clustered metropolis that's
right. There you go.
Domed, I guess, right? Too.
Some are,
yes.
Some are, right? So it's just like I'm taking it that the world has been destroyed or there's famine or whatever, and then all the people have combined themselves across the world in these little cities. And then the city that we see, they're using these robots to farm food for people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all
they've taken a lot of the labor out of it, and so that humans can basically just live a life of leisure, right?
Is this the prequel to WALL-E?
There's a lot of similarities. I'm sure that people were matching between the two. Mm-hmm. I think you were sold on that too, right?
I asked. Yeah, I asked my wife.
Pitched that. After watching it, would you, on a scale of 1 to 10,
sure,
how would you rate this, both movies, as comparing to each other as equal in both premise or characters, or just overall comparing Wild Robot to WALL-E?
Do I want to be ridiculous and say it's a 10? Because it's one and the same, right? You get this robot. The only difference between Roz and WALL-E is that WALL-E doesn't really talk. All he does is WALL-E. That's it.
Right. But you could also pick apart the differences. Like WALL-E's main task is to be on this old Earth in this junkyard, right? And just kind of go through the processes of everything. Whereas Roz was not meant to be there.
No, but she is meant to have a task, just like WALL-E. She cannot function without a task.
Most robots are going to have a task.
Well, yeah, but she can't. She says, I must have a purpose. I must have a task. I love it. She lands on this island. It's infested with every animal that you can possibly think of, right? And one of the fun parts for me that I thought was stupid, right? When I was told the story, I was like, really? But seeing it, it makes sense. She has all these animals that are just wild, vicious animals that are trying to attack her, which makes total sense, right? Because that's how animals are. And then she's just like, I'm going to learn your language. I'm going to shut down now. And like I counted the days, like my wife did, and it was like 5 days she was out studying and listening to their language.
Yes.
Not their language, but I guess, right? It's not like squirrel language. Like she just deciphered it.
Yeah, which is a leap. I understand that, but again, it's a movie. Go along with it. Who cares?
Right. I love the animation of this. It reminds me of the Spider-Man animation movies that come out across the universe.
Yeah, it's
I like
obviously all computer and digital, but it's like Cell, right? Where
it's cool.
Yeah, like I think it's a pretty cool thing that they do there. They're not going full realistic here.
They're Pixar.
No, they're obviously still making it, and this is what I enjoy. I mean, when we grew up and it was hand-drawn cartoons, there was that world that you could have built into it, right? Where it's animation, different laws apply, Looney Tune laws, if you want to even go right there too. But then you get into this realm of realistic animation, and those Looney Tune laws aren't there anymore because the more real you get, the more kind of real the laws have to be, right?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the animation on this. I thought it was, because I noticed it only in a few parts, right? Because this movie's told very well that you're kind of just enthralled with the story. You don't pay attention much to the animation. An animated movie is good when you forget it's animated.
Sure, absolutely.
So it's like, Wild Robot learns the animal language, right? And she's trying, right? But then we got this big old grizzly bear, Papa Bear, if you will. Just not having it.
I will.
Yeah. And chases her, tries to attack her, and she falls on a cliff. And I can't believe they did this, but she kills a mama bird and all the younglings accidentally, I may add.
Yeah.
But there was one egg left.
They don't mind stepping over these boundaries, because I remember in the first part when we see Roz crash into the ocean and she crab walks up the side of the cliff and she picks up the crab to ask, are you do you have a task for me or something like that? And mid-sentence, the crab gets picked up by a bird. It was like, oh, geez, that crab dead.
My favorite joke in the entire movie, and it got me because I was like, oh, they went there, right? When Roz is saving the duckling and she meets Mama Possum, right? And Mama Possum's talking and they're all playing possum. It's a cute thing, right? It's a cute thing where the mom's playing possum and the little kids are like, oh, I have meningitis or something like that, something silly. Great. But my favorite joke is
sepsis.
Yeah, the Mama Possum says, I have 7 children. Then you hear the kid scream off screen, bloody murder, and you hear, Rawr! You remember that joke?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And then she goes, 6. I now have 6 children. And I look at my wife like, did he just kill a kid?
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? And then eventually the kid comes back and goes, I'm fine. That was such a great joke. It's such a great joke. I laughed so hard on that joke. Oh, you think one is rough? I have 7 kids. 6 kids. I have 6 kids.
I appreciate that dark humor. You got to laugh at it, right?
That was good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Mama Possum was good, but then all of a sudden
Possum group was fantastic.
The Possum group was good.
They were hilarious.
What was it? What was that one critter with the big eyes that said the first thing was, "Are you here to eat us or something?" It was like, was that a squirrel? Was that a chipmunk? Doesn't matter, I guess.
Oh,
but it was
cute. Whatever, it was a critter.
Cute. And then we meet the sly fox with a heart of gold.
Sure.
Right.
Who reminds me of the fox from Zootopia, but one of those where typical fox character, right? Sly, always kind of thinking for themselves and how can I do this? How can I? But at the same part, has deep down a heart of gold, right? Just like you said.
I had a really bad dad joke, when the fox was speaking English. I said to the family, "Oh, we know what the fox says now."
Stop.
I did do that. I'm a
Oh
dad.
my goodness.
You're proud of me. You give me $100.
That was a dad joke. Fantastic. Good for you.
He did. I said that.
Good for you.
I was like, oh, that's what the fox says.
And you went to bed peacefully that night with a big smile on your face. You're just like, oh man.
Thinking about
that one done before 8 o'clock tonight. This is day's done.
It's a great day. Great day. So meets the fox. The fox wants to eat the egg. I don't know what the fox eats eggs, but we'll go with that. And then the duckling hatches. And they call the duckling, was it Bright Bill?
Yeah, it goes through a few names, right? Because there's the interaction between Roz and the fox, whose name is Fink. Now, I realize when I'm looking at the cast list, because there's a quite a good cast in this movie. But
is there? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of times.
Mark Hamill's the voice in this?
I can't recognize a lot of the voices, and it seems to me that they obviously used some voice modifications after the fact, right?
Oh my God! Don't tell me, okay? Because it just tells me who. It doesn't tell me what they play. Tell me Pedro Pascal's the fox. Yes. Bill Knightley's the old goose. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah. So I'm on Wikipedia right now when I have the poster and I have starring, but it'll tell me what they play. So I'm guessing Mark Hamill. I don't know what he's playing. Ving Rhames is the bear, obviously.
Ving Rhames is not the bear.
Oh, he's not the bear.
He's not the bear.
What's Ving Rhames playing?
Thunderbolt. He plays the hawk that teaches him how to fly.
Really?
Yeah.
So who does Mark Hamill play?
Thorn.
Who's Thorn?
Look it up.
Is he the beaver?
No, that's Matthew Berry. That's a pretty easy one. His voice is pretty distinctive, actually.
Okay, Mark Hamill. What does Mark Hamill play? Plays Thorn, a grizzly bear. Okay, so Mark Hamill's the bear.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong paragraph.
Okay. Catherine O'Hara. Why do I know that? That's why. She plays the possum. Perfect casting for her.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Roz is voiced by. Hold on. Okay, let me try. All jokes aside. Okay, this is me. Everybody listening, trying. Roz is voiced by Lupita.
Keep going.
Am I the first word right? Probably. No. Okay, so I'm going to say Lupita Nyong'o. That's me literally trying. Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
How do you actually say it?
It's Lupita. Oh, let me get the peanut gallery on this one. Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah, listen, we're both screwing it up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Has she done anything?
Nope. This is her first and only movie, Jordan.
I don't know. I'm curious. Let's see here. 12 Years a Slave. Oh, okay. Force Awakens, Jungle Book. Black Panther. She was in Star. Okay. I remember her in Star Wars. Okay, in A Quiet Place, Day One. We haven't reviewed her yet. In Quiet Place, Day One.
Yeah, she was.
I know her. She's the main girl in Us.
Yeah, she's in Us.
She gets the golden headphones.
Did we do? Oh yeah.
We've done all the new Star Wars. We've done Us and now Wild Robot, and we've done Black Panther too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she must have gotten these headphones a while ago.
Yeah, she got
them. She was only a voice in Star Wars.
Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. Why not?
Yeah, golden headphones to Nana Pina Pasalan.
Yeah, you got it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but she was amazing at this. She was amazing. Really, really did enjoy her in this. So we have this duckling, and then we have the fox, right? And the fox is teaching the robot, how to be a mom, right? Metaphor for young mothers going off to college, right?
Because he's a goose expert.
He's a goose expert. He's a goose expert. Yes, he is. Oh, that's what they called me in college. And
Well,
yes.
you're never gonna live that down. We're gonna.
No.
Yep, there you go. That's gonna be on the Patreon, that bonus episode of that nickname origin there. That's fantastic.
Yeah, the goose expert. Squawk, squawk. So now the duckling hatches, right? And they're doing all their duckling things, cute duckling things, right? Oh God, that thing was adorable. But now the duckling is grown up. He's now a teenager, right? Bright Bill is now a teenager, and he wants to be with his other duckling. Well, not duckling anymore. He must be with his goose friends, and they don't want him to play their reindeer games. They know. I'm doing these references because not of disrespect, because we've seen this movie.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It's standard, right? We have seen this movie, and of course you got these mean bully geese that are like, yeah, we don't want you because you're a runt, right? And Finks even said that. He was like, hey, robot, this thing's a runt. It's not supposed to survive.
Exactly, but also the reputation from the other geese or the other goslings that this gosling Bright Bill has been raised by the monster.
By the monster, which I get they're wild animals, right? But it's like, the monster hasn't done anything really monstrous.
Besides kill Bright Bill's family.
Accidentally by being chased by Mark Hamill, the bear.
Yeah.
Accidents happen, bud.
Yeah.
It happens. But anyway, they make fun of him, and then we have this evil fish, right? That's trying to get him, right? I understand.
Sort of like a pike or something.
Delicious. Needs to be in a fish fry.
Of course.
Yeah. Right. And this is the part where I think the robot is starting to like lose limbs, right? Like this is where like it's starting to become robot and naturey.
Yeah, loses a foot trying to save Bright Bill from getting eaten by the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Getting trapped in a rock, and obviously this robot can attach and detach limbs, and that's always a fun part of it too. But this one, it was jammed into a rock. She had to get rid of it.
Right. And the whole rest of the movie, which I thought was the rest of the movie, was her letting go of Bright Bill and teach him how to fly so he can migrate south for the winter.
Well, right? Yeah, because you have the first confrontation between Roz and Bright Bill, saying that Bright Bill, who, by the way, adorable that this gosling Bright Bill is acting like a robot, going around.
It's all it knows.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it's all fun. It knows. I loved it.
And is trying to make friends with the other geese.
Mm-hmm.
And the one goose, oh goodness, what was the female goose? Oh, Vantra.
Okay.
By Stephanie Sue.
I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, she is curious about it, but then the bullies come over and say, "Hey, you don't belong here," kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bright Bill gets hurt. His feelings hurt because he wants to be with his own kind. He realizes that there's a difference. Kind of tells Roz off at the first part, and they kind of have their little argument, and then they go away, right? This is where Roz goes into the cave and finds the other robots that were still damaged in a cave, and she was able to learn a bit more about her origin. And one of them that she recovers, what was his name, Rummage or something like that she called him.
Yes.
And gives her a piece to say, hey, you're damaged. I gave you this thing to call home, and they'll come pick you up, and you're messed up. You're beyond protocol here, and you gotta get back. So she was going to call back, but then Fink stops her because he sees the geese flying. He says, "Oh, it's getting to be that time. You can't leave just yet. Your task has been assigned here."
Correct. It needs to be The task is needs to survive, swim, and fly.
Basically, they make a deal. Roz and Bright Bill say, "Hey, listen, I'll teach you to do this stuff so you can do it on your own. That's my task, and then you can go be with your friends, your family, whatever it is you want to call them, and I'll go back home. We'll shake hands and have a good day."
Have a good day. But that doesn't happen because this has happened to me in a while. Do you remember seeing The Dark Knight in theaters? One with Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah.
And I'm bringing this up for a reason. So I saw The Dark Knight in theaters like everybody our age did. That movie was huge, right?
Yeah.
And
don't forget it. There was someone brought a baby during my showing.
Yeah.
So who brings a baby to the Dark Knight?
Who brings a baby to Dark Knight? Who does that? Anyway.
Someone in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is all the explanation that you need.
The reason I'm bringing up The Dark Knight for Wild Robot, right, is because I saw Dark Knight in theaters, and that movie ending, right, to me the ending was the semi-chase scene, right? The movie was already great, and I'm doing the comparison here with Wild Robot. The movie's already been great, right? And you have that amazing semi-chase scene, and Joker gets captured, right?
Right.
And that movie, you could just turn it off right there. It's like, oh, whew, that was a good movie. I mean, what more story to tell? What a great climax, you know? That's kind of what I felt like with Wild Robot. She's teaching Bright Bill to fly. They have this great montage, right? It's great. It's wonderful. He goes off and flies. Typical Pixar movie. All right. See you later, Bright Bill. Credits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tear down the cheek.
Right. It's like, Bright Bill, fly. Fly, Bright Bill. Right? Like, oh, Joker's been captured. Whew. Right. And I look at my wife and go, well, that's a good movie. And she goes, oh, no, honey. We got an hour more to go. And I was like, what?
Oh.
Did not know that. Just like Dark Knight, where it was like, wait a minute. The movie's not done? Where else are they going to take this?
Yeah, and exactly.
I was excited because I was like, okay, I thought the movie was done, but there's way more to go. Unfortunately, though, it didn't go where I think it maybe should have gone. Like it was very cookie cutter at this point, right? Like it's Bright Bill flies, you know, he's strong. He may be a runt, but he's as strong as the rest of them, right? They get into this facility where the robots are, right? And Bill Knightley has to sacrifice himself because that's what he does now. That's his role, right?
Yeah, he does this whole thing where Bright Bill is going to be taking the lead position.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, and correction, by the way, it's not a hawk, it's a falcon that Ving Rhames plays. Excuse me.
Ah, God forbid we make a mistake.
Save your angry letters, everyone. Thank you. But yeah, they go into their flying thunderstorm greenhouse to the geese to get out of the thunderstorm.
Right.
They get triggered by contamination, and the robots try to get rid of the contamination, which are the geese, right?
And there's bigger robots, right? There's not just like, Roz kind of robots. There's like tanker robots.
Yeah, there seems to be new models, new robots for all purposes.
Military. This is Matrix, pre-Matrix right here. I mean, this is happening.
At the same part too, before all this happens, I think doesn't Roz activate the transponder, but shuts it off like right after.
Transponder? Yeah. You got the joke.
Anyway, but does that shuts off immediately, right?
Yeah, she turns it on. She's sad, right? Because because her child, right? Because now Roz is no longer a robot. Roz is a mother. Right, yes, and her duckling's off to college, creating mischief.
Oh,
and she's sad. Heart. See, it's pulling at it. All right, and now she's pulling the signal that hey, she's a single mom. She's ready to get picked up. See, I'm not trying to be. This is what it is. We've seen this story, right? And then she has her own adventure while her son has his adventure.
Yeah, and obviously Fink helps out a little bit too here, right? And then persuading, and because that storm really was wreaking havoc in the woods, and ultimately she helps out everyone in the woods who have become her family in a way, right?
So there's a winter storm. She builds this hut that, I thought the hut would be a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer. Minecraft that thing a little bit. This is a dome hut.
It's more like a Noah's Ark, I think.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Oh man, should we dig this movie compared to the Bible? Is that what's going on here?
I mean, Noah's a supreme being. She's a supreme thing.
No,
just saying. God, we gotta go to Kentucky. We got to see the real Ark together, me and you. We will get kicked out so fast.
I mean, now there's a Buddy Christ.
But they have dinosaurs with Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. That's all I want.
Gotta go. So there's a big winter storm. All the animals have burrowed underneath, right? And Finks is like, okay, hey, we got to try to save them. They do have one death, right, where they keep on like digging, right, and they see, and then there's that one long shot of the robot and Fink digging up something, and then Fink shakes his head, and then she covers it back up. I'm just like, well, that ain't good.
No.
Right? There's some death here. Puts all the animals that are left,
part of
life, including the bear. Okay? Not voiced by Ving Rhames. Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Puts the bear in there, right? And they're all acting animally, like, rah, we're crazy, right? And then Fink's just like, hey guys, hey. She's solar powered right now, and she's going to sleep mode for hibernation. We all need to hibernate. Let's all be cool, right? And then the bear's like, yeah, I'm cool too.
Right? I'm cool if you're cool.
So let's just all sleep. And I know this is a children's movie, but the sick mind of me is just like, yeah, that truce is going to break as soon as spring hits, right? I mean, the bear has a buffet right there.
You'd think, right?
Right? I mean, these things not even an hour ago were all attacking everybody. Possum lost a seventh child.
Kind of like a walrus and the oyster story situation here, right?
Are you bringing Alice in Wonderland? Seriously?
The time has come.
Wow. I've actually, sidebar, my daughter was in the Alice in Wonderland ballet.
Congratulations.
And she played the little white rabbit, right?
Okay.
I've never seen the Alice in Wonderland cartoon.
Really?
I mean, I've seen the scenes, right? I've seen the parts, right?
Okay.
But I was a young man.
Finish, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I was a young man growing up. I didn't want to watch that. I wanted to watch other things. Toy Story was cooler.
Of course.
So my daughter says, "Dad, we got to watch, Alice in Wonderland." I'm like, "Cool." I saw the ballet. Let's see the cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Right. And the only reason I'm bringing this up because you brought up the walrus and the oysters, right? And this was not in the play. Well, I'm sorry, this was not in the ballet. The walrus and the oysters. It was not in the ballet part that she was in. But I'm watching this. I'm just like, wow, these walrus, these guys are jerks, whatever, right? And then the dude eats them. And they're like little baby oysters, like, oh, Mr. Walrus. And I look at my wife, and my wife goes, he's going to eat them. I was like, what?
Talk about dark cartoons, right?
Right. And I'm sorry that I dragged that on, but I'm happy. No. Because now, I would not have gotten that reference.
I love that you did. You go further. Remember Dogma, which had its anniversary recently, where Matt Damon Loki was convincing the nun out of her religion by explaining the religious comparison between that bit between the carpenter and the walrus.
Thank you. Okay, now it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm bringing this up. I'm sorry, everybody, but yeah, I get that.
No, we go on tangents a little bit here. Where were we? Hibernation.
Hibernation, right? Everybody hibernates. Why hibernation is going on? Actually, nothing, right? Why hibernation happens, and then spring hits, right? And all the animals forget that they are all each other's food, and Bright Bill comes back.
Yeah.
Bright Bill comes back, and the robot's like, "Oh my God, my child's back from college. Is no longer a freshman, right? He's going to be a sophomore,
He's a
right?
grown man now. Yeah.
He's a grown man now. He did bring home a girlfriend. Thank God. Doesn't have a tattoo, but he's here. And then all of a sudden,
piercings. No.
the mean boyfriend of the mom, right? The mean ship comes.
Oh, there you go. Stepdad. New stepdad.
And is going to take mom away from the duckling.
Yes.
Right? Who was the voice of this robot? She was fun. She was like ditzy, fun. Kind of remind me of the blonde in the zombie movie, Zombieland 2 that everybody loves.
The robot on the ship?
Yeah, where she's just like, "Hi, how you doing?" Haha. Britney Spears kind of type, bubbly and
Yeah. Excuse me. That is Vantra. I'm getting my characters confused. And that one is by Stephanie Sue. Yeah. She was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
She's the main woman?
She's the daughter.
Ah, okay.
In that movie.
She was fun, right? And what I mean by that was that I love the bubbly voice, the personality, right? And she was just like, "You're going to come up here now." And then Roz is like, "No, it's not happening. It's not going to happen," right? And then have this big fight. Island gets set on fire. Crazy time. these marine robots come down, and these are like futuristic laser cannon firing robots, and they get destroyed by animals. Love it.
Yeah, they were intimidating, but right, you can't beat nature. Nature always wins.
I know this. We discovered this in Aliens. Why can't we learn?
You'd think, right?
But Aliens is a metaphor of Vietnam. So every episode I have to talk about it. So the island's on fire, right? And then the beaver, who's been chewing the biggest tree in the island, and he's chewing the biggest tree because he wants to prove that he can take it down, right? Takes it down, and now the fire is,
Yeah.
Right. And I was waiting for the bear to say, "We prevented forest fires." It didn't happen.
Oh, that would have been a great joke.
I know. I was waiting for it. I don't think there's this kind of movie. If I wrote the movie, it would have been there. And then every producer would have said no. And by God, kind of like Kevin Smith's story with the spider.
You're going to get sued for that. Yeah, of course.
We're going to have a spider in it.
So this might be a Wall-E moment, right? Because Roz is getting reprogrammed.
Trying to get reprogrammed, right? Because the love, her heart that she clearly has, foregoes the reprogramming.
Yeah, so she's the Eve in the situation, and Bright Bill is like the Wall-E in this, trying to save her from being reprogrammed.
You know what I was thinking of? I'm sorry, but you would appreciate this.
Alien.
I was thinking of The Simpsons.
Alien.
Simpsons. I was thinking of Roz coming out, when the duckling saves her, when Bright Bill gets her, and she'd be like, "It's okay, Bright Bill. They just go up into your nose and let you keep a little piece of the brain they have." "Oh, who is that there? Who's that man?"
Dude, I love the Simpsons references. They will never get old.
I know they won't. I thought of that during it. I was like, that would have been funny. No, but this robot who doesn't have a heart actually does have a heart, metaphorically speaking, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And just the reprogramming doesn't happen. And by the way, I love the animation that she has has that wooden foot, and she has like the moss growing on her too, right? Because she's becoming one of them. She's becoming one of the island, or the nature, if you will.
Yep.
I like that. I really, really do like that. And, the animals win, right? Bad guys go. Which, are they really bad? They're just picking up, their broken iPhone.
No, I don't think that they're obviously you're right. I don't think they're necessarily the bad folk, but that's a lot of excessive force to use that, especially when they were just answering a call.
right? Which was the robot's fault, because the robot never did that, we wouldn't have this destruction.
Yeah,
Kind
but
of like how Ripley brought the alien to the planet to destroy the prisoners.
Of course.
If she never would have landed, then never would have happened. I'm sorry. I'm full of it tonight.
I love it. Of course.
I know you do. I know you do. I can tell you do this time. Sometimes I can tell you're irritated, but tonight you're having fun.
No, any of those times where it feels or looks like I'm irritated, it's just because I'm dad tired, bud.
And not tonight.
No, I got a little more. I'm in it now, right? You know,
Yeah,
I'm still no. Well, listen, I'm always tired.
No, of course.
I feel like we know that, right? I'm ready. Just like Roz, I'm ready to hibernate.
Right.
You know, we all know that when you're a parent. You know, I never thought. I always wondered as a kid how when I'm watching movies, especially because movies were a big deal when I was a kid. They're still a big deal when I'm an adult, but we would rent movies and everyone get to pick one, but my dad would always like to pick one, and just like how we are going to do with our kids, right? And be like, oh, you gotta watch this one. This is a classic. Gotta watch this
Jaws.
one. I'm doing this movie not just because I enjoy it, but because you need to watch it for pop culture, for history, for science purposes, right?
For
science.
Like,
all right, Dad. Well, I know that you want to watch this movie, so he'll put it in, and he'll fall asleep, and like, this is you're falling. It is like 6:00.
Yeah.
You know, like we just ate dinner. He needs to sleep, and I was as a kid just like, how, why? It was your choice. We wanted you to okay, whatever. Now I get it, bud.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, listen, you put me in a lazy boy and give me about 5-10 minutes.
Also, the dad would say, well, I've seen this movie 20 damn times anyway. I know what happens.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, the T-1000 does this. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can hear you snoring.
We can hear you breathing through your nose.
That's a deep sleep. You know,
yeah.
You never sleep harder than you do in the middle of the living room on a lazy boy. I wish I could sleep that hard at night.
No, you can't.
I never can. Anyway.
Never can. No. And I was jealous of Roz, right? Because she had her solar power. I wish my solar power didn't work. You know, just, right?
I wish I could replace my foot.
I know. But we can. Modern technology. But you're right, though. It was extensive. It was so, like, it was more than just a company retrieving its broken iPhone at this point, right? This is battle at this point, right? I mean, the forest is on fire. Marine robots are being ripped to shreds, and then the Britney Spears robot puts them on self-destruct, and they're blowing up.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
Yeah,
right. Just to get this robot. Why? Is there something special about this robot? I know there's a book series, and there's like 4 other books, so maybe the robot cures cancer. I don't know. But it's like, geez, right?
Just like iRobot, right? Where you had a couple different books.
He didn't kill him, though, in iRobot.
No, but the robots do take over.
They do take over. They do. Just like I Am Legend. We'll do some more Will Smith references, but... But...
You listen to the new album, buddy.
Wait a minute. The story of iRobot is the prequel of The Matrix. Anyway. So, it is. Tell me it's not. So, okay. Going back to it. It was excessive, right? But then, right, the next fall hits, right? We're getting ready for winter. And all the animals are cool. The bear completely forgot that everything else is food. He's like the apex predator in this island, doesn't care. Nobody eats anybody anymore. That's fine. That's okay. Right? They're all friends.
They have an agreement.
They have an agreement. Robot she says the line that's just great. She's like, if I don't go, they'll keep coming. If I don't go, stepdad will always come home.
Oh, there you go.
and I need to go to Florida.
A radio flyer moment there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stepdad wants to go to the Villages. I have to go.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. So, what a heartbreaking moment, right? It's just like, oh no, Roz, because you want her to stay. You want the robot to stay. She's part of the animal. She's one of them, right? You know,
of course, built up a relationship the entire 90 minutes that we've been watching this movie so far.
Finks and her have a great relationship. What a great, real dad. Since she's divorced to Finks, but he's there help raising the kid.
Co-parenting, yeah.
He moved closer to town to help. Standard.
He may not be the father, but he is the daddy.
Yes, he is the daddy. Yes, 100%. Sarah, quit looking at me. And then Bright Bill flies into the same dome, right? And he runs into a very clean, very modern Roz, and Roz knew that this was Bright Bill.
She still knows.
She still knows. I hope, because I know there's other books, I hope they don't make a sequel, because, I mean, I like this story. Look, I know we got a little funny towards the middle and the end here of the review, right, because we're having fun with it. But this is a solid story. And I would kind of be heartbroken if they make an actual movie sequel, right? Forget about the books. Because where else are you going to go with this? Like, I got to see now.
I don't think that. I mean, I'm sure there's incentive to that, and I'm not saying that DreamWorks is obviously not immune to making so many damn sequels. Like, how many Kung Fu Pandas are there? They're about to make a Shrek 5, right? And not even just that, but there's spin-offs there too. I don't know how many Puss in Boots we have, right? Yeah. Isn't there like 3 of those?
So the sequel in the book,
Madagascar's got a bunch. Your favorite, Boss Baby.
Everybody's favorite. So the sequel of the book is called The Wild Robot Escapes, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's a prison escape movie. The Wild Robot is on this farm. I'm reading the page synopsis. She's on this farm, and Bright Bill comes, and they come up with a plan and for her to escape, the facility.
Sure.
Very obvious. The third book is called The Wild Robot Protects. Roz learns of a poison tide which kills the plants and fish. And she's now on the island. She protects the island. Roz the animals move to their sea-dwelling friends. I mean, okay, so this is
Avatar 2 then.
This is Planet of the Apes.
I know there's room there for it, and I'm fearful because it seems like, again, DreamWorks is not immune to this. Mm-hmm. I know that Disney has taken a pretty good lesson with the last Snow White movie. Apparently they have announced that the Tangled live action has been on pause right now.
Thank God.
But I don't think that's going to last too long once Lilo and Stitch makes $1 billion.
Oh, my daughter wants Lilo and Stitch sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Moana live action is going to make another $1 billion too, so I feel like that's no problem. And DreamWorks is starting to get into there too. So they have made How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
And I don't know is there like 2 or 3 of those? Yeah, and now there's a live action.
It's like that live action of not live action. It's like that remake of Psycho.
Yeah.
It's like a shot for shot, man.
Yeah, with Vince Vaughn.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I'm not looking forward to it. I don't like this new age here.
No, I don't like this live action shit. No, stuff.
I'm really not a fan of it either. I feel that it takes away because there's so much other content out there that they can make. Mm-hmm. And when you leave it as is, I think it adds a lot more to it. Like, I think a big reason why Back to the Future is forever going to be just in the realm of the elite is because they're never going to make a remake of it or a Back to the Future 4 of it. They made a musical of it on Broadway, which we're thankfully not going to go see. Mm-mm. But there's no reason to do that. even if the story is complete, like you have in Toy Story 1, 2, and 3, beautiful bookend. You got 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 that just tell the whole story, and the way it passes off, love it, beautiful. Tarantino said it's a masterpiece, and then they do a 4 and a 5.
Then we get Forky.
Yeah,
Sporky, whatever.
Sporky or whatever his name is.
Don't talk about it. We'll get sued again.
Oof. I feel like the lesson is just not learned here, and there's so many. Yeah, it does. But there's the other part of it too, acquiring the rights. And I don't know, like, if you were to acquire the rights of like this novel, and we've already paid for it, we have the material, so they don't need to pay for it again. They can just keep rolling it out, I guess. Again, I don't really know how that works. If they're gonna buy one piece of IP and then they don't have to renegotiate the contract, says that we just own it now, and they can just pump out 5 movies for having that one payment, right? Or if they have to pay every time percentages, I don't think that's in their best interest. But I wonder if that's the big reason why, like, Disney is pumping out these sequels and then live actions, because it's a money saver. It's something where they don't need to acquire the licensing to a new book or a new idea when they already own something.
Well, this goes off of our previous review from last week with the monkey, right? Because the director of Toy Story 3 loved Stephen King, put the cymbal crashing monkey in the movie out of love for him, and Disney decided to take the rights for that monkey, so they had to do a drum. You know, I am reading that as of October 12th, 2024, the director has said that a sequel is in development.
Of course. Listen, this movie made its money back, obviously. It was nominated for an Oscar, but
3 Oscars.
I feel like a lot of animated movies, I feel like that's the one category where it's easier to get nominated for than most others. That just might be me. Flow won this year.
Well, that's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, that's what Wild Robot was up against, and Flow won for Best Animated.
Okay. All right, well, it happens. Popcorn rating. Okay, so we make rules, and the rules for Movie Guys podcast is that if a movie gets 2 large bags, it will go into our Film of the Year nominees for our award show, which I'm revamping. By the way, that's an off-air conversation for later. You'll love my idea.
Okay.
MTV Movie Awards, anybody? So if I give this a large and you give this a large, it's going to go up against some movies that we've already given a large to this year.
All right. Well, I'm giving it a large.
I'm giving it a large. Yeah, it's definitely a large. It's Film of the Year material. I don't know if it's going to win for the Movie Guys Awards, but it's great to be nominated for it. This movie's perfect, right? It does everything it's supposed to do. Pulls at your heartstrings. I made jokes, a lot of jokes in this review about stories that we've seen before, single parent, blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't mean it's bad, right? It's a good, solid movie. The animation is great. The story is solid. I like all the characters. The Possum family is just absolutely hysterical. I love how the robot starts off as an AI, I need task, and then has a heart of gold. Again, we've seen that before. Can't talk more about it. Like, it's a good movie. So a large bag for me. And you said you're going to give it a large, right?
Yeah. And again, I think the only thing that could hurt this movie is a bad sequel. It seems to do that for a lot of the other DreamWorks movies, and it just seems to be a trend altogether, right? Where the first one is really good, and it's not too often that the second can meet that bar that the first one had set. I feel like certain movies like Shrek did a very good job of that. Actually, I think the first 3 Shreks were fantastic. I think they're all kind of had the same type of humor, but different jokes, and it was very clever in how they did that. And I think that worked. I think Kung Fu Panda has its ups and downs, right? But there's just something about the charm of the first one that seems to just be better than all the others. That's might be a preference thing, and obviously people could disagree on that one as well too. But yeah, you have sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and more often than not, I feel like it doesn't. So my expectation for the sequel is going to be pretty low, which puts it in a pretty good position to impress me. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm excited to see what they're going to... Okay, excited is a bad word. I'm interested to see what they're going to do, to see if they're going to follow the book at all, but we'll see. But you and I both enjoy this movie. This movie's great. I thoroughly enjoy it. So yeah, check it out. Wild Robot.
DreamWorks, I know you're listening. I know there's a few IPs you have yet to make sequels for. We're all waiting for B-Movie 2.
Oh my God. You too? I thought I was the only one.
Plan B. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Plan B. Perfect. You deserve everything you've ever wanted in life because of that joke.
Oh,
you're welcome.
It's not as good as your Fox joke, but
no, doesn't hold a candle to yours. You are a man amongst men. And with that being said, thank you, everybody, for listening to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can check us out at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com, movieguyspodcast.podbean.com, or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your shows on. We are on that platform. Eric, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll be back next Thursday for another awesome episode. Have a good night.
No.
Oh, I am.
You are now.
Oh, look.
So
little Slim Jesus.
You're playing little Mabu or whatever his name is, and you gotta pay respect to the people who did it before him. You know.
Yeah.
These people walked so that little Mabu could run.
I agree, but you're also forgetting Krispy Kreme.
You're also forgetting Tie My Shoe. the Asian rapper.
I never heard that. Yeah. This guy from Detroit?
No. I don't know where he's from.
God, I love this guy.
He got in trouble because he raps about guns and he doesn't really do that. And so people were just like...
I can tell that.
So people were just like, oh, well, he's not being authentic. But now it's a normal thing.
It's a very normal thing.
Everyone raps about stuff that like guns and stuff that they're just not even affiliated with.
All right.
Pass for it, I guess.
I like to see for real guns. I think I saw a couple of guns that had the orange things on the front.
Yeah, of course. Though that shows how how much of a real gangster you are. Here it is. My hero, Riff Raff. Have you heard of Riff Raff here?
I have heard of Riff Raff. Let's go though.
This album was fantastic because it was produced by Diplo.
Diplo?
Yeah. So, Riff Raff started to go up on a swing, him and like Action Bronson. Diplo signed him to his label, and he produced this album, and it is a fantastic album.
Is there a video or they're just talking?
There's other songs for videos, but this one is just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And what he talks about is fantastic. Let's see if we can get a hot lyric here. The nation well. Oh, here it is.
This guy's amazing. I mean, it's no dating game from ICP, though.
Oh, geez, that's the best one. Although, funny thing you say that is that he was on a dating game called From G's to Gents on MTV.